Hello guys, welcome to weekly outlook here on EURUSD. We've got Pound USD, I've got gold and DXY, and lastly we have a bonus setup here on Pound AUD. And starting off with EURUSD, we'll see we're very bearish. We had price break below these regions of 1.050 psychological level. Price retested that region last week, and we see price almost created a new low here at 1.0210. My anticipation going forward for EURUSD is a continuous bearish movement to the downside, and if I go over to the 4 hours time frame here, I'm anticipating a break below this region, so 1.02. We call that a psychological level as well. On a retest to that region, we'll be looking for opportunities to sell. Okay, so more like our indication would look like this: a break below this region here, a good retest to that region, and then we can sell down. I believe it should drop below over 100 pips if we have some good market volatility. The only reason one would be considering buys here on EURUSD is if price comes back to break above the strong resistance it has created around 1.0450. Okay, so something to look like this: break, retest, possibly. All right, that's that for EURUSD. Hopping over to Pound USD, similarly they correlate, but it looks like Pound USD has already made more of move than EURUSD. Now looking forward to this, looking for a continuation to the downside here on Pound USD. Maybe we'll see that on the updates within the week, but for now I think when it comes to entry, I might be looking out for Pound USD to pull back a little bit here, create some bearish movement, or even potentially back to these regions of 1.2321 or 1.2360 regions, and then a move to the downside, break, continue to 1.20 psychological level. This is something I might be anticipating, but if price opens and we just see a movement to the downside, then we can actually look for a retest to that region and then continue to the downside. The reason why I'm anticipating a pullback to this region is once price has made that such move, we could use our Fibonacci retracement to measure the pullback level, and we're looking at price coming around this 50% retracement level. But if we measure our moves from this region towards when price closed last week, we could actually be seeing price coming to 61.80% retracement level. So, but let's see how price react. We don't just forecast, but we just see how price react at certain levels, and then we look for entries. That's that for Pound USD. Over here on gold started a bullish momentum last week. We've seen price break above 2665 region and had a retest of it. My anticipation is that price might be attracted to $2,700, and that means that we'll be looking for opportunities to buy and also anticipate a rejection around 2700 psychological level. That being said, if we slide down to the 1 hour time frame, we might actually be looking for a potential buy entries, which I haven't seen yet. So kind of like gold sector for me is kind of like wait and see what happens, see if price reacts around this region. So my potential anticipation is to see price come into this region and market open, reject, something like that. But I'll be very confident to look for buys or hit buys if we see price actually break above this region. Okay, for now price might actually play around within this range. Okay, that's that for that. On gold, I don't have much here, but just to wait and see what price does for gold. DXY is a confluence for my trades for EURUSD and Pound USD. I've seen price break above this region and it's very bullish, and what I'm looking out for is just a little pullback to this region here, into this box anywhere around that region, and then we can see price continue to the upside to retest the new high it's made, a break, a retest, and then a continuation. I'm not sure we'll be anticipating any sell moves yet for DXY. For that to happen, it means price have to break back into these zones here and start to create a head and shoulder pattern or a lower low and lower highs. So that being said, let's head up to Pound AUD, which is the bonus stress setup for the week. We've seen Pound AUD trend to the downside. We've had a head and shoulder pattern here created. If you draw this here, you would see this is more like a head and shoulder pattern, right? And in scenarios like this, this might be like the major neckline. So what I'm anticipating for pound AUD is a continuation of sales to the downside, looking out for price to dive down to these regions here. For that to happen, I'm looking out for price to break below this support is created here, a retest, and let's play around here. If we slide down to the 1 hour time frame, we can see the setup this has made. We are looking at some kind of patterns here. All right, more like a mini trend line here. So we have this dope. This what this usually means is once price break retest, we can just have a continuation to the downside. The only reason you might want to consider buys here on pound AUD is if price comes back to break up of these regions. Okay, but for now I think I'm more or less looking out for sales opportunities when price break here. That would be a very good setup to short. So let's see how that plays out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys for weekly recap or weekly update actually midweek, and let's see how these prices play out. Make sure you back some pips. Ciao.